welcome. We're going to build API using Django REST Framework. To do that, I have a folder here. Let's right click and click on Git Bash here and create our Django file. So as you can see, it's created. Let's copy this and open it on our VS Code. File, open folder. Let's select this and click on select folder. Let's go to our terminal and try to run this. So we're good to start coding. I'm gonna use this documentation from Django REST Framework to start. It has basically everything for us to complete this project. So let's go to our VS Code and um, add an app named API. To do that, inside our terminal, let's type Django admin start app, and the name of our app will be API this time. So as you can see, the app has been created. And now the second thing we'd like to do is install Django REST Framework using pip install. So it says requirement already satisfied. It's because I already have Django REST Framework on my machine. So let's go ahead and add these things inside our settings, inside installed apps. So here's installed apps. Give it a space and type API because we just added it, and also type REST underscore framework because we just added it. And we will be using this a lot in our project. Let's save it. So inside API, I'd like to add two files. First will be urls.py, and second would be serializers.py. Now we're going to add models. So let's type class, and the name of model will be to do. Take models.model as parameter, and we'll be adding attributes that's title and description. - 100, and we can use this text field here, and let's add a string representation. self as parameter and returns self dot title. Let's save it. Now let's work on our serializers.py file. Let's import serializers from REST framework. Let's create a class. Now the name of class will be the model name and then serializer after that. And this will take the parameter serializers dot hyperlinked model serializer. We're using this hyperlinked model serializer because it lets us use meta class, and meta class allows us to use model and field. And serializers, the job of serializer is to transform the object in our table into JSON format. And this is quite important in API because if the data in API is always stored in JSON format. So now let's work on serializers. And also I'd like to talk a little bit about documentation. You can go ahead and check this documentation out. We are right here. So this is what we are doing. I'm going to add a class meta. Model will be to do. We will be importing it shortly, and then it already imported. That's okay. And fields will be all double underscore all. And let's save it. That's it. We're going to work on views.py. We will be using ViewSet here, so let's import that. Let's create a class. Name of class will be model name and ViewSet after that. And the parameter it takes is ViewSets dot ModelViewSet. Now we're using this ModelViewSet because if you hover here, you can see it's a class and it provides all the action methods like create, retrieve, update, delete, all the CRUD operation that we don't need to type manually. It does everything. It's like a scaffolding in MVC framework in .NET Core. Okay, now let's write query set. So query set has all the datas in our table. So to do dot objects dot all. Entire table from the data will be assigned to query set, and then we have serializer class, and this serializer class we will be copying this and pasting it here. Let's import this. And let's save it. And that's it in the views. Now we need to work a little bit on our urls.py. First of all, let's go to this main urls.py and let's add our app. To do that, you can read the instruction here. We need to add this include path and copy this and paste it. So what we want to do is, if we type URL in the app in the URL, app slash in the URL, we'd like it to take us to URLs of API app. So include API.urls. Save it and let's copy these and paste it here in our URLs of API. Here we basically don't need this admin, and here also we don't need anything. We're gonna add a router. Let's do that instead. Let's import router first from REST API, from REST framework. Routers. So whatever I'm typing here, you can get it from this documentation. This will be exactly the same. So this is the router's code, which we are going to register it with ViewSet, in our case to do ViewSet, and this will be the URL pattern. Okay, let's go in our code. Router equals to routers dot default router, and then let's register it by saying router dot register. So we're gonna do to do's. It's a raw string. Let's put R here, and we're gonna pass a view set. So to do view set, let's save it, and inside include we're gonna write router.urls and save it. Okay, I think that's all. Now let's do migration in our terminal. Let's manage.py make migrations. So this will generate SQL queries, and let's do migrate. So migrate will run the SQL query. Okay, let's create a super user. So it's asking me for username. I'm gonna put my super secret admin as username. No email address, password. Let's run it. Copy this link, and so it's asking us there are two URLs. So let's go to admin first and add something. So do you know we can't see our to do here because we have not registered it inside our admin. So to do that, let's go to admin.py and let's register it. Site.register, and we're going to do and we need to import it. Save it and let's refresh it. So see, we can see to-dos. Let's add. Let's add two objects. Okay. Now let's go to our API. Ooh, instead of API, I think I wrote app. So let's go in our urls.py. This one. Yep, I wrote app instead of API. Let's correct that. So you can see these datas that I just added. Title 1, description 1, title 2, description 2. And we can go ahead and add. Let's post it. And so you can see title, the last one. And in order to edit this, once you click here, you can see put is already here. Now let's do edit it here and click on put, and if we run it again, you can see edited. Now if we want to delete this first record, then click on delete. You can delete it. So our first record has been deleted. So that's all. Thank you very much for watching.